Welcome to First Church DeRidder, where everyone is family. Here at First Church, we have a passion for drawing people closer to God. We hope you enjoy our special presentation titled, My World Needs You.
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
Oh, no, it's not.
You don't recognize me, do you?
No, I guess I don't.
It's okay. Not many people do when they meet me face to face, and it's nearly impossible to offend me, but I'm kind of a big part of your life. In fact, you and I have been a part of quite the profitable partnership.
I think you have me confused with someone else. If you were a big part of my life, I would remember your name, or at least recognize you.
No. You've never actually laid eyes on me before. I prefer to work behind the scenes, kind of, I guess you'd say, in the shadows.
Okay, well then, what's your name?
I actually go by many names. Satan, Beelzebub, the devil, Lucifer, the world, Prince of Darkness. Take your pick. I answer to all of them.
First of all, you are not the devil. Second of all, if you were, we would not be partners because I'm a Christian and I go to church every Sunday.
First of all, what makes you so sure I'm not the devil?
Well, because you don't even look like the devil.
But I told you that you've never laid eyes on me before, so how do you know what I'm supposed to look like?
Well, the devil
No,
is...
see, you're referring to what you think I should look like. You know, what everybody says it around Halloween, the horns, the pitchfork, the spiny tail. But if I came to you like that, you would run away in fear. You wouldn't listen to me. I prefer to come to you in a way that's a little more comfortable for you so that you'll accept me and hear what I have to say.
Okay, well, if you're the devil, whatever, that's fine. But like I said, I'm a Christian. I go to church every Sunday, and I've been a Christian since I was a little girl. So we are not partners. We don't have anything in common.
Oh, I beg to differ. This has been quite the beneficial relationship for me. I know you are a Christian, and I know you go to church every Sunday, but that doesn't bother me because you have failed to realize that being a Christian means being Christ-like. You see, and at that, you have failed and failed miserably. So, you sat on a pew every Sunday and you've served me in ways that my worshipers can't even accomplish.
You know what? I've had enough of this. The Bible says...
Whoa, don't you quote scriptures to me. I know the scriptures better than you do, and whatever comes out of your mouth is just words. That's the problem. You see, that's why all of this is possible, is because you're willing to memorize and willing to quote that which you're not willing to live. You know, look, this is not how I wanted this to go, okay? I'm here to tell you how much I appreciate you. I can show you better than I can tell you. Let's start with a blast from the past. You remember Julie from high school? I think she went by Jules. She was the girl who didn't quite measure up to you and your friend's standards. You laughed at her. You mocked her. You wrote things about her on the bathroom wall. You made her life a living hell. And in doing so, you opened the door for me. And my, how I've wreaked havoc on her life.
What? You can't blame that on me. Those were just jokes. They were just words. I mean, come on, I was in high school.
Justify it however you want to. But the truth is, what was just jokes to you and what was just words to you are still open wounds to her. You see, since then, I've persuaded her to try to take her own life twice. She's been married 3 times, and the man she's with right now abuses her on a regular basis, and she thinks it's normal, all because of your words. But you're right. That was just high school. You've changed. You've grown up. Surely you've changed. So how about we look at something a little more recent? How about your coworker, Lisa? You and Lisa have lunch together almost every day, but you don't really know her. All you know is that when you're together, you talk about practically everyone else at the office. Remember that time she asked you about that church you go to every Sunday? You blew her off. you didn't feel like talking about church. But what you don't know is that she was asking because she was hurting. You see, Lisa's husband's been having an affair for the last year, and she thought that maybe your God could help her put her marriage back together, or at the very least, get her life back on track. She was willing to try anything. I think you Christians would call her hungry.
No, Lisa and I are friends. I didn't just blow her off. I just didn't think she would like my church. I mean, if she was hurting, she would have told me.
Yeah, told you after what you said about others going through exactly what she was going through? Told you after you had torn down other women's lives whose lives were falling apart? She was afraid to tell you. And I am thankful that you realized your church wasn't a good fit for her, because it drove her to me. You see, now she's addicted to prescription pills. She goes home every day after work, after your lunch, and takes just enough pills to take the pain away. And between you and me, it won't be long before she takes one too many.
I don't believe this. This just isn't real.
Believe. What a funny word you Christians like to throw around. I don't believe this. As if, because you don't want to accept your reality, it makes all of this fake. But I'm here to show my appreciation to you. So if you choose not to believe it, I'm okay with that. In fact, if you choose not to believe, nothing will change. And of course I'm fine with that. But I still have a few highlights to show you. How about your neighbor? You see them most every day standing at the fence, waving at you. You wave back and you rush into your house because you're so tired and you've had a long day. Your husband wanted to invite them over for dinner, but you didn't want to come home and clean house and prepare a meal after work, so you just blew him off every time he suggested. What you have never stopped long enough to realize is that they are hurting people. Jeff just lost his job, and Karen's been a stay-at-home mom and doesn't really have any real skills to get a good paying job, so they're about to lose their house as well. You don't have to worry about them much longer, come to think of it. They'll have to move. Once they lose their house, their marriage will be next. Their kids will grow up in a split home. The only memories of their parents will be of the arguments and the screaming and the yelling, which will give me a way into their lives as well. All because you were not willing to help them when they needed him.
Again, how is this all of my fault? Of course I'm tired when I get off of work. Nobody wants to deal with people after a long day of work. And how in the world did you orchestrate all of this? I thought you were powerless. How do you make all of these bad things happen?
First of all, let's get something straight. I'm not powerless. But to answer your question about how I make all these bad things happen is simple. I don't make bad things happen. I often get the credit, but I don't make them happen. I just use these bad things as opportunities into these people's lives. I can gain a little influence through every bad situation. Now you take the cake. You're supposed to be a representative of your God. And when you fail to do that, it opens the door for me.
You know what? I'm done with this. I'm so over this conversation. Like this, I'm done with you, Satan.
Okay, but we haven't gotten to the best part. I was just about to show you what happens to your daughter.
No, you leave her out of this. She is too young. I bring her to Sunday school every Sunday morning. You leave her out of this.
You see, that's the problem. You expect others to raise her for you. You don't even realize how important your example is. So you take her to Sunday school. You drag her to church. But she hears what you say about the people just a few pews away. And by the way, I don't think you really realize how much your other stuff keeps you from church. You are showing her your real priorities every time you miss. She will grow. She will be raised in and around church like so many others before her. But one day, she will be ready to choose for herself. And she'll choose me. She'll choose me without even realizing it. She'll choose me because she has never seen what it means to really live for God. You are her example, and you failed her. So you see now, this has been a very profitable partnership for me. You have been wonderful in leading people away from God and directly to me. You have been wonderful in opening door after marvelous door that I could walk through. You have given me the opportunity to step in and fill the void on all of these people's lives. So, you know what? I may not get you. You keep going to church. You be faithful, because I don't want you, but I got Jules. I got Lisa. I got Jeff and Karen and their kids. And I will get your daughter. It's only a matter of time. One day she'll choose me. So you keep doing what you're doing, and I'll be right here, waiting in the shadows.
Lord, oh my God, what have I done? All of these people watching me, Lord. All I had to do was lead them to you. And I led them straight to him. What have I done, God? I have failed. I am a failure. Why me? Why would you trust me with this? Why would you put all of this on me? This is your fault. You knew that I couldn't do this. You knew that I wasn't worthy.
Jess, why are you crying?
Jesus, I'm so sorry. I had these people watching me and I failed them, God. I failed you.
Who told you that you failed?
The devil, Satan, Lucifer, whoever he is, he was just here and he just showed me all these things that I didn't even know I had done. He showed me people who I've led astray. He said that we were partners in a very profitable relationship. A girl from school, a friend at work, my neighbor, and even my own daughter will be lost because of me.
Why would he say those things to you?
Because I haven't shown them you. Or worse, I have shown them my version of you, which is the opposite of what you really are. Through my selfishness, I have ignored them when they hurt. I have lied and gossiped with them, and I've cheated in front of them. I have torn them down, and I consistently failed you. I'm so sorry. So all they see is a disfigured version of you.
It's okay. You know, you're actually in pretty good company. He told me that I failed one time too. And I suppose that he showed you proof that you failed also.
Yes, he
Jess,
showed me.
He's not the one that determines whether or not you have succeeded or failed. His words are empty, and they have absolutely no power.
But he showed me. He showed me all the people that I have led away from him.
No, he didn't show you anything. He reminded you of your failures. And I bet, in all of this time spent reminiscing, that he conveniently forgot to remind you of how I work. That is, that I specialize in turning what was meant for evil into good. And yes, you failed. But I am not concerned with your failure or your past. I went to the cross and I died. I was buried and I rose from the grave so that I could redeem your past, so that you could be forgiven for every time you fell. Where sin does abound, my grace does much more abound. I have cast your sin as far as the east is from the west into the sea of forgetfulness.
But he said that I was the reason that all of these people are lost and hurting. He said that
If I turned your evil past into good, can I not do the same for theirs? Just like your past, I died for theirs as well. Give me your hand. Stand up. Wipe the tears from your eyes. You need to make a difference now. Forget the lost opportunity of yesterday. I am in you, and you are in me, and there is no condemnation to those who are in me. You can't get yesterday back, but you still have today.
But what about my daughter? He said that he was going to get hurt too. He said that she's watching me. I thought bringing her to Sunday school and her being around the youth workers were enough for her.
But while they only have her for a few hours a week, you have her for life.
Exactly.
So change. Raise her up in the way she should go. And when she is old, she shall not depart from it. Change your priorities. Change your life. Let her see in you the way you want her to be.
But he said that
It doesn't matter what Lucifer said. Do not give place to the devil. He doesn't know your future. There is a reason why he can speak specifically about your past, but can only speak in generalities concerning your future. Do you know why this is? For I am the way, the truth, and the life. Satan talks about what he hopes comes to pass, but I cause events to come to pass. I am the Word, and all things were made through me, and without me nothing was made that has been made. I will not return empty. I will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I was sent. The devil can only remind you of what I have already forgotten. You want your daughter to choose me when she is older? Then you choose me now. You want her to serve me when she grows up? Then you serve me now. You must reveal to her the way.
But can I change? Can I make a difference? All of my failures and all of this time wasted?
Yes, you can certainly change. But I ask you a question. Will you change? I've prepared the way. I have redeemed your past. I've empowered your future. I did not create you to fail. I died so that you could have life, and that more abundantly. I was buried so that you could die to sin. I was resurrected so that you could walk in the way that is in newness of life. And Jessica, I am that way. I am that life. I created you and put you in their lives so that you could add them to the kingdom. I created you so that you could speak my words to them, so that you could be the way that leads them to me.
I need you. My family needs you, God. My world needs you.
Yes, you do. And so you have me. You have had me. The accusations of Lucifer are only meant to distract you. See, Jess, you are my hands and my feet. And behold the fields, for they are white unto harvest. So, if your world needs me, then Jess, you have got to see that my world needs you. Show me your face. Come fill this space. My world needs you right now. My world needs you right now.
I can't escape being afraid.
fill this space. My world needs you right now. My world needs you right now.
I can't escape
Don't be afraid.
being afraid.